ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another brick in the mole. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I am certainly excited to be back after my day off. Didn't post any videos yesterday, hope you didn't mind. I decided to attempt to catch up on some sleep. It didn't really work, because basically I wound up just sleeping all day, which is exactly what I didn't want to do, so I'm then up all night. It's really, really annoying and really bad. I've been like this for about a week and a half now, and it's getting worse, but eventually I'll fix it. Anyway, today, I'd like to do a couple of things. I'd like to fix the MCDYLAN'S situation. Because MCDYLAN'S is just... it's a good restaurant. It's a good place, makes a lot of money. I think. Does it make a lot of money? That's actually a good question. Does MCDYLAN'S make a lot of money? 68% profit margins. So yes, it does make a lot of money. But it's having some issues because there's not enough room for customers to make their orders. So ideally, what I would do is tear this all down and build another one over here. But we don't have the money for that. It's going to take a couple of days. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to ever so slightly expand. Like that. Now, adding that one little bit there is going to give us enough room to add in another order counter. And having another order counter, I think, is exactly what this place needs. I think another order counter will do some good stuff. So let's go to foundations for a second, or not foundations, let's select floor tiles. Let me just set that to draw. Let me fill that bit in like so, and let me get, it's the pink one, isn't it? So the pink one just going all the way down to about there. It's gonna take a second. I have to wait for the wall to get done. But what this will do is let me get that third order counter, and a third order counter is gonna be so useful. I sincerely hope it fixes all the problems we have with the queues getting full in there over and over and over again. If it doesn't, then oh dear, oh bother, oh bugger. But we'll see what happens. So let's go to objects. Let's get ourselves that order counter. We'll throw it in there. And we are going to need to hire another member of staff. So if we go to MCDYLAN'S, we go to staff. We are going to want to change things up a little bit. So this place is... No. I was looking at cooks. So you guys are 9 and 9 for 8 hours. And then... yeah, so that is... hold on a minute. 9... right, hold on, let me count. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. So you finish at 5 o'clock. Let's change that up a little bit. Let's have cashier number 2 finish at 4 o'clock. Let's have cashier number 4 start at 4 o'clock. So there's a bit of an overlap there in the middle. And then what we want to do is hire 2 more. So you're very good at being a cashier, Ariana Travis. So you're going to be hired. You're going to start at 9. You're going to work for 8 hours. And you, Harry Holland, are pretty good. So you are going to start at 4 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. And you're going to work a little bit less than that. So you're going to work 5. When does this place close? Closes at 11. So you're going to work for 6 hours. I think. Is it 6 hours I want you to work? You work from 9 until there. You work from there until there. You work from there to there. Can I get you to work a little bit longer? Yeah, so that's fine. That'll be totally fine. So that'll get that place working a little bit better, I sincerely hope. If we go to assign, we do need to say that this is all still a part of the store. Oh, jeez, what have I done? Oh boy. Oh boy. No, that's all just MCDYLAN'S. All MCDYLAN'S. There, yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's all back to being what it needs to be. I didn't fire anyone, did I? No, we're good. Alright, I'm excited to see if this place ends up working. If it does, then this is exactly what we needed. We should see some of the queues full complaints go away. Nerdosoft store had some full queues. That's interesting. And slightly unexpected as well. Definitely a little bit unexpected there, but I'm excited to see if this place ends up working. I'm also curious to see if the staff working here will use the back entrance to go around, because they can't technically walk around there. I mean, they can. I think I've seen them do it, but I'm curious. I want to see what the staff here at MCDYLAN'S happen to do. So yeah, you just walked straight. What the? Why did? So you there, ma'am, Lara Saunders, you, why did you park up there to make a delivery to this place? That just seems unnecessary. Either way, this place is working. We've got the 3 cashiers. For some reason, they changed counters, but that's okay. I'm sincerely hoping that I don't see any full queues in there today. Because if I don't see any full queues, what that means is that we are doing a good job in there. And it also means that this place should make a bit more money today. Despite having another member of staff, 2 more members of staff. As for OBLS, there's really not much I can do with it, unfortunately. Unless I move the storage area. I mean, if I move the storage area, I could absolutely add in some more queues, which is actually kind of tempting now that I think about it. You know what? I might do that. Let's go to build. Let's go to foundations. These are just temporary solutions, by the way. I know that none of these solutions are necessarily great. They're not ideal. They're not perfect. They're nothing like that. They're just temporary solutions until we have the money to go ahead and do what we actually want to do, which is get just one big mole. That's the goal here. It's just that getting that one big mole is going to take such a long time, so we're going to just have to be patient. So let's get that door out of there. And, now where the heck am I going to put storage? That's the next question. So, OBLS storage is going to go down to there. And where exactly does a queue end? If we go to objects and we have a look at the checkout counter, the queues will end, there. So one below, okay, so just at the tile that's below the doors. So what I'd want to do is I'd want to go to walls and probably put a wall there, like that, and then turn that into storage, I think. Oh boy, this might be a bit tricky. Get rid of all of that. That's a very small storage area for such a big store. Kind of worrying, actually. But we'll see what happens. Let's go back to build, and let me go to objects. I need a staff door there. And then we need to go to remove walls and objects, like that. And maybe that one as well. And maybe that as well. Cancel that. Because I want to put, ooh, how am I actually going to get the, how am I going to get stuff? Well, no, that door is unnecessary. A door here is good. A door down here is going to be necessary. So we need to go to objects. We need to get a staff door there. And there. And that should be fine. So that's all going to go away. And then we put a bit of wall in there. And there we go. So now we have room to expand OBLS, which actually has me kind of excited. So if we go to checkout counters, we want one there. We want there and there, I guess. That should be fine. A bit of a messy way to do things, I know, but it seems like the best way to do things until we can, you know, nicely expand this place, which will happen eventually. Let me also put some floor tiles in here. Let me just change that up a little bit. I think I want to go for, I think we'll stick with the green. Stick with the green there. But I do want to put in some white tiles in the bathroom. And then maybe some sort of gray tiles in there. Should be fine. That works. Okay. So OBLS has room for 3 more cashiers. If we go to manage and we go to obnoxiously big local shop, what way have I done cashiers? So you start at 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of you. 6 of you. 7 of you. 7 of you start at 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you start at 3. Okay. There is a dip in the middle of the day, which is interesting. Why is there a dip in the middle of the day? Does one of you end a little bit sooner? I have to imagine that that is the case. What I'll do is I'm going to hire 4 more cashiers. Now you are going to be 1. I'm just going to hire these guys and then sort their times afterwards. You're going to be another. You're going to be another one. And you're going to be another one. Okay. So we have 4 more cashiers. I want you to start at 7 and work 8 hours. I want you to start at 7. I want all of you to just start at 7 for a second. So you all technically start at 7. That's fine. Now, why does it look like someone starts at 8? You start at 8. No. 7. So that's fine. What we then need to do is shuffle them along so that one starts at, I guess, 3. And you also start at 3. So there's still a dip in the middle of the day, which is a bit interesting, but that will add 2 more queues and 2 more counters, 2 more checkout counters to this shop, which is, I think, is what it needs. I think that'll help a little bit. It means we can deal with more customers. It means we can get more people in there. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then sure, we'll get back to working towards making that big mole. I might just take out a giant loan to make it happen, but we'll see. I'm curious. I'm curious and I'm excited because I do want this to work. I'm also somewhat aware of the fact that this storage area is really bloody small for the size of the shops that are being dealt with here. I'm hoping that storage area is going to be enough. If it isn't, then we can expand it elsewhere. We could put one like down here or something, but we'll see. Either way, obnoxiously big local shop is now open, and people are getting through it quite quickly, which is good. Let's clear all the complaints and see what comes in today. I'm curious. I'm very curious to see what complaints we wind up with today. Now, obviously, Beverage Plus over here is going to have some issues. There's not enough queues in there. Eventually, it's going to get super busy. But thus far, it looks like obnoxiously big local shop is doing okay. Now, what's the first complaint? Queues are full at Nerdresoft store. Okay. So a lot of people are buying things at the Nerdresoft store. Let's hire another. How many? So right, we've got 2 cashiers. 9 for 7 hours. 3 for 6 hours. There's a little bit of overlap in the middle of the day there. Let's have you start at 9 o'clock for 6 hours. That's fine. Let's hire maybe 2 more people. The number of customers does fluctuate, but that spike in the middle of the day and the little spike at the end probably makes it worth having 2 cashiers all day long. So you're going to be hired, and you're going to be hired, and you guys are going to start a little bit later in the day. So you finish after 6 hours. So you are going to start at about that point. And you're not going to work, well, I guess you could work for 8 hours. We could have this place open a little bit later. Definitely an option. You are going to start working about there, and you're going to work for 6 hours. So what does that take us up to? If we're open for if we're open for that long, that would work. This store opens at 9. Why are we only opening at 9? I guess it is an electronics place. That's fine. So the store is going to be open a little bit longer. We have more cashiers coming in. We should be able to deal with more sales. Doesn't look like the clothing store has that much demand for more cashiers, and the appliance place... Was this the only place that didn't have 2 cashiers all day? That's kind of interesting. I didn't realize that. Either way, OBLS... looks like it's dealing with the influx of customers. It's not dealing with it perfectly because a lot of these queues look like they're filling up. But for the most part, this is promising. I do think it might be worth hiring another cashier for every shift. Wait a minute. Queues are full at McDillaN's. Oh, wow. Now, that was unexpected. I did not expect 3 queues to fill up at the fast food place. Absolutely did not expect 3 queues to fill up. I'll tell you what I might do. I might get rid of this staff parking up here and just expand it up again. That might not be a bad idea. Although, do we have the money for it? That's kind of the question there. Let's go to remove road work and get that out of there. We're probably going to need a bigger bathroom as well. That's probably something that's worth investing in, but I'm actually kind of surprised at that. Like, I'm legitimately kind of surprised that we we do need more queues. We might need more cooks as well. I guess we'll find out. Either way, yesterday's income was 17,188, which is certainly not bad. Let's go to build some foundations here. And I guess what we'll do is we'll get enough to expand out with one more till, I guess, one more queue. So about there is going to be needed. Just like that. We'll get that built. We'll see what happens. We could get more seats in here, but I don't think we need more seats in here. I think what I would actually like to do is cancel that bit of construction. So this is going to be all we end up with. It is going to be just another area for queuing. Although I'd kind of like to see about doing sort of that kind of thing, just to move that along a little bit. So that should be fine. We could get more cooks in there. That is an option, but I'm going to wait to see if we actually need it. So that can actually have a bit of a longer queue. That's a bit of a pain. It's going to do where it is, though. It's going to be totally fine. Now, let's go to floor tiles. Let's get this just there. And the pink one just there. And get that back there, because that's where that's supposed to be. You know what? We could actually do, like, some wood in the queuing area, but that would probably be a little bit much and probably look a little bit silly. So let's go to fast food restaurant and say that that is all a part of McDylan's. And we need to hire another cashier. Although, here's the question. Is it... No, you know what? It does have a sort of consistent... Well, not a consistent number throughout the day, but towards the end of the day is when it looks to have most of its problems. So, I'm sort of wondering, I mean, would it maybe... So, no, wait, that's sales. That's not... I keep looking at that and thinking it's customer numbers. That's the amount of sales. There is a sales spike at the beginning and the end of the day, and we know for a fact that the queues were full towards the end of the day. So the number of sales peaks. And I think that's the number I need to be looking at here. Yellow is obviously when we have staff in here. When the number of sales hits the line, I wonder if what that actually means is this is the maximum. I think that's what it is. This is the maximum number of sales your staff can make in this given period of time. You need more if it's constantly hitting that line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire 2 more cashiers. We're going to get you, and we're going to get, let's see, anyone good at this job? You're okay at it. We're going to get you 2, and you are going to come in a little bit later in the day, and you are going to finish about there. So that'll be fine. Now, I hope that works. I really do hope that works, because I want to see this place succeed. I really, really do. Why are we only get 1? There we go. So now they're turning up to work. That's what I want to see. Right, so these guys are turning up. That's beautiful stuff. I don't think we need the 4 of them this early. Although, it is actually filling up remarkably quickly. Fair enough. I guess we'll see what happens with this. I want to see this restaurant succeed. That's the thing. I'm also slightly worried that maybe we don't have enough... Yeah, we are going to need another cook, aren't we? Is the cook maybe the limiting factor here? You know what? It might be. Although we do seem to get through people quite nicely, but this is now empty. And the cook's now out of... Yeah, you know what? The cook and the storage clerks are... I mean, the storage clerks are necessary. The stock clerks. We need those all day. But I'm thinking... What I'm going to do... is in the middle of the day, I'm going to bring in another cook. I think that might be a good idea. So you can come in right about there, I think, about noon, and that'll be good. I think that'll be a really good thing to do. Now, we're obviously going to need to get ourselves some more objects. We're going to need to get a fast food warmer and soda dispenser. Then the cooking range can go back there. So that'll be totally fine. That's hopefully going to do some good stuff, though. I'm really hopeful that that works out. So there we go. There's another cooking range there. I don't think the other cook is going to come in today. I'm pretty sure they're not, actually. The other cook actually isn't... There we go. The new guy's in. Not the new guy, but the... Oh, look at that delay in the middle of the day, though. Now, that right there is why this place backs up. Because this guy takes so long to come in. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to change things a little bit. We're going to have this guy right here, he's going to start a little bit sooner. So he's going to start there. And there's going to be a period in the middle of the day where there's three cooks working. Oh, you know what? That's actually not going to be necessary tomorrow because we will have that other cook in. So that's going to be fine. Yeah, so that's part of the reason there's such a backup. And then he's playing catch up for the rest of the evening. So McDillan still has full queues. Beverage Plus has full queues. So Beverage Plus is going to be the next upgrade. But that's okay. Money's looking good. Money's looking very good. I'm very excited. And I'm keen to see what tomorrow does for McDillan's. Very, very keen to see what tomorrow does. What's this? Is that restaurants? People are leaving because restaurants are closed. Well, nowhere else is open, so I don't know what you're complaining about, really. Really don't know what they're complaining about. So if we have a look, yesterday was a little bit less than the day before. It's not quite the same as that one big spike we had, but we're getting there. We are making good money. We're up to $44,132. It would be nice to get significantly more money than that. It would be nice to pay back some of my loans, but we'll get there. We're working on it, and I'm excited. Again, I know I keep saying it. I know I keep saying that I'm excited, but I'm legitimately keen to see what ends up happening with the fast food place. Although, did I miss something from here? Because apparently I didn't put wine in Beverage Plus, but I absolutely did. It's right there. Like, wine's right there. I'll show you what's on these. So this one is liquor, beer, wine, juice, soda, water, and then soda all the way up there. So there is wine in there. I think I saw someone saying that I didn't put wine in Beverage Plus. I absolutely did. Wine was, wine is right there. Although this place does need to be expanded. If we have a little look at how Beverage Plus is doing, it's actually alarmingly close. Like, the sales line is alarmingly close to the staff line there. So I'm wondering if that's maybe a sign that we should increase the number of staff in there. I mean, obviously the fact that the queues are full later in the day is a big sign of that. OBLS, there is actually a dip in the middle of the day, which is a problem, but that line is fairly consistent too. Rural Outfitters doesn't ever look to have that many problems. Nerdosoft Store seems okay as well. Appliance Shop has actually a bit of an issue there. That's a bit of a weird graph that we have there. And then for McDillan's, today could be a good day. Today could be a very good day, if all goes to plan. Because if I'm not mistaken, you are going to leave very soon. Like, you go home at, what, 5, I think? What's this complaint? Beverage Plus, that's fine. So I think you go home around 5. Oh, this guy just came in. Why are you here already? Do you not leave until 6? Like, when do you finish work? So you finish work at 6 o'clock. Right. Let me just manage that. So McDillan's, we're looking at you. So 9. No, you should finish 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should finish at 5. That's really weird, actually. So if I bring that back, there is going to be, I'm going to do that, I think. I'm going to have that period in the day where it dips down to 1, then goes back up to 2. Just because I want to see if we can make that work. Now, what I will say is there's no rush of customers here. There's no backed up queues because we have been consistently cooking all day. So I think our problems are okay here. What I am worried about, though, is the lack of a stock clerk there. There was a lack of a stock clerk, but it looks like we're going to be able to maintain this. The real question, though, is are we going to be able to deal with all the customers before we close? It looks like the answer is going to be a resounding yes. Yes, we absolutely can. That was our first fully successful day at McDillan's. Okay. Right, so Beverage Plus is my next project. You know, I could just put another counter here and have a queue here, or wherever the queues go, because that's not going to block the entrance. It's just going to sort of encourage people to go around like that. So I might do that. That might be an easy fix. It would save me having to completely rework the store, which, to be honest, I'd like to try and not do, because we don't have as much room with this one. Although the issue here is that is actually blocked ever so slightly by a thing there. But I think I'll do that. I think we'll add another counter in. We'll go to manage. We'll go to beverage plus. And so you work from 7 for 7 hours. You work from 7 for 8 hours. So, wait, do we only... How many cashiers do we have working here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 7 for 7 hours, 7 for 7 hours, 7 for 8 hours, 7 for 8 hours. Then 3 for 7, 3 for 7, 3 for 8, 2 for 8, 2 for 8. Okay. Let's do a 7 for 7. Let's get a 7 for 7 and let's get a 2 for 8. If you get what I mean. Hopefully that makes sense. So you are hired and you're a stock clerk. No, we want you. So you start at 7 for 7 and you start at 2 for 8. Okay. So this place will hopefully work a little bit better today. I'm not really sure that what I'm doing is going to get rid of the full queues. I don't think I've done enough here to get rid of the full queues. But I think it might put a dent in them, and I think it might do some good work. Everywhere else, though, seems to be working really well, other than the bowling alley. I don't think it's making money yet. I'm not certain. Big Bowls is, yeah, it's minus 14%. I have seen some suggestions that I could turn this into a bit of an entertainment complex with, you know, a built-in fast food space, a built-in movie theater nearby. I'm definitely thinking of doing that. That's probably something I'll do once we get the giant mall building. But that's not really something I think we'll do immediately. I don't think there's much need for that kind of thing. So there were some full queues at OBLS, but I have to think that was probably because of the change of staff. Although this place is still super busy. What are we looking at for here? This has been 259 customers is the highest we've gotten up to. We're almost at 20,000. No, we're not. That number hasn't changed in a while. The 18,006. We're almost at 50,000 total sales though. And we're getting over 1,000 sales a day, which is beautiful news. Although this place just gets busier and busier, doesn't it? Like, it really does just constantly get busier. Bowling alley's just closed. This place here is, again, doing totally fine. Quite excited about that. This place is clearing out. And the money is looking okay. The money still hasn't passed $18,006. But if we have a look at our needs, our fast food need, our supply is now higher than the demand, which is good. Bowling, on the other hand, we cannot keep up with the demand for that. So we're going to have to do something about it. If we have a look at liquor, we're almost meeting the demand for tier 2 on that. It's the same with soda. It's the same with bottled water. It's the same with beer. And it's similar with wine. So what I'm thinking is that we do need to expand Beverage Plus. That's for sure. Beverage Plus absolutely needs to be expanded and fairly soon. So much stuff that we can sell. It absolutely does need to be expanded fairly soon. Oh my god. I have to get like tier 3 stuff for... Oh god. Tier 3 stuff for dishwashers is going to be just great. Just absolutely great. Yeah, we are going to need to expand Beverage Plus, I think. to maybe get the sales up a little bit. But what I'm also thinking is that I do have an opportunity, if I want to take out a huge loan of $432,000. Now, I'll be paying $151,000 of interest on that with a daily debt of $5,832. And that's a lot of money. That is shed loads of cash right there. But what I could do with that is potentially build myself a really, really big mall. I could get one building. I could expand the bowling alley, although to be honest, probably going to expand the bowling alley anyway. There's a lot could be done with that money, and I'm eyeing it up a little bit. I'm curious to see if that money would be worth getting. So just throwing that out there as a potential thing. Now let me go ahead and just extend the bowling alley up a little bit. We'll see if we can maybe do some good stuff with that. Maybe get more people in bowling and all that stuff. Once this gets built, of course, it's going to take just a couple... Oh, what are you doing? Get back up there and get on with the building. There we go. Now tear down that wall. Get the new wall up. There we go. All right. So a couple of bowling lanes just in like that. 4 more of those with some floor tiles just like that. And of course, we need to go to a sign. We need to go to bowling alley and extend it up to there. So that will hopefully do some good stuff for us. That's hopefully going to get people a little more interested in coming to the bowling alley. I don't know if that's necessarily going to make us all that much money. That did cost a lot of money to place those lanes. They're $8,000 each, but again, hopefully they're going to end up paying for themselves. That's the dream. Whether or not it happens, I mean, we're going to find out. We're gonna certainly find out. Now there's the workers coming in for bowling. There's someone coming in to play bowling. Actually, a couple of people coming in to play bowling. Fair enough. Can we fill up the entire place though? We're actually very close. So that's good. Okay, we might do some good stuff with this. I think it is right. Here's the thing with this game. This entire game is a game of supply and demand. And that's something I haven't put enough focus on, really. I have been these last couple of episodes, but it really is just a game of supply and demand. It really is just, here's how much people want of something. Can you sell it under these circumstances? And those circumstances are the conditions for Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. So there is demand for 21, there's 21 people, let's say. There's 21 people that want to buy wine from a store that pretty much only sells beverages. I don't know why. I don't know why they want it like that. But there's 21 people that want to buy wine from Beverage Plus. Yesterday, 16 of those people got to buy that wine. Now that's Tier 2. Furthermore, Tier 3, there's 25 people, let's say, who want to buy wine from a store that pretty much sells only wine and very few other things. And I think that gets me more money as well. I think when you're dealing with higher tier, more conditions, when you're dealing with a situation where it's like, hey, I want to buy this from a fancy store, I think that's the point when the stuff becomes more valuable. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So that's why I need to start focusing on tiers. I need to deal with the demand. 25 people want to buy wine from me from a store that sells at least 50% of wine, but they can't. So I'm not getting those sales. I'm not getting that money. So I'm not getting enough money to do what I want to do. So I'm thinking I might have to start working on my mole idea a little bit more, and I might have to look at it from sort of like a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. I'm gonna have to build little bits of it and build up to the grand mole as opposed to trying to get it all done in one go. Also, we just passed a new record for the amount of money made in one day, $18,069. is the new high. That's an increase of, I think, $63, which is not bad. That's definitely an increase. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave it there for today. Hopefully my basic explanation of supply and demand hasn't bored the pants off of you, but that's pretty much what this game is, and that's something I, like I said, should have been focusing on for a while. So thank you kindly for watching. This has been another Brick in the Mall Part 9. There won't be an episode tomorrow. This series isn't going to be daily anymore, just because I want to be able to, sort of get recordings going a little bit more regularly rather than recording them on the day of the episode going out. And because I want to sort of reintroduce a little bit more variety to the channel. This last month or so has been nothing but like Sim Airport and another Brick in the Mall. So tomorrow is going to be an episode of Slime Rancher. If you haven't seen that series yet, I do encourage you to check it out. It's actually going to be coming to an end soon, so you'll be able to marathon it pretty soon. But it's a fun game. It's all about farming, basically, in space with slimes and jetpacks. And they're adorable, so you might enjoy it, you might not. It's entirely up to you, but do give it a chance. And if you give it a chance, based on watching this video, leave a comment on it tomorrow and let me know. But with that in mind, thank you kindly for watching. This has been another Brick in the Mall, Part 9. I'll be back on Thursday with another episode. That's Thursday the 13th of April with Part 10. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!